fascinating places in Afif Abad Garden is the Reform Museum. This museum is a treasure trove of weapons and rifles belonging to famous individuals and kings of Iran from the Safavid era to the Pahlavi period. The Weapons Museum of Afif Abad Garden is not just a storage for arms, it houses weapons that have changed the fate of wars. Would you like to stay with us until the end of the video to explore these weapons and the stories behind them?
We are on the lower floor of the building, and in the second Iranian military museum, in Afif Abad Garden. This museum has become the #2 military museum of Iran in 1370, due to the effort of the political ideological organization of the Islamic Republic of Iran Army. The weapons that are located here are from the Safavid Pahlavi period, which were in the treasury of the army and were collected by different people, have been collected and kept in this museum. In the first corridor of the first hall, we have the sword of Shah Abbas I, which is engraved with gold, and the maker of this sword is Kalbali, a swordsmith, and it is one of the swords assigned to Shah Abbas I. One of the swords placed here is very beautiful, and a beautiful poem is engraved on it, with the following theme: "It would have been better to face a juicy blade on our floor 1,000 times a day." The second hall of the Military Museum and the Weapons Museum has a very special rifle with a spearhead and gold engraving on it. It belongs to Nasir al-Din Shah Qahr. The gold engraving on it is engraved with the following title: Sultan ibn Sultan, the Emperor of Iran. In this showcase, we have 3 guns that look like canes. These guns, which are made in the shape of canes, are handmade and belong to the Qahr period, which are usually used by famous people for self-defense. In the showcase that you see, we have Shah Kosh pistols. This example of Shah Kosh pistols is handmade due to the fact that they can be opened and closed easily, with 1 or 2 pins in them. It is specific to assassinating and killing famous people of that time usually. This type of weapon was used only to assassinate kings and famous people, without leaving a trace.
If you love to hear the hidden secrets of historical attractions, subscribe to this channel right now.
We are in the next hall. In the next hall, there are 3 weapons here. These 3 weapons are made in India and Afghanistan, and the very interesting thing about these 3 weapons is that the ends of their handles are made in the shape of maces, which after a shot which was done, so that the owner could defend himself or attack with this mace. The last weapon that is very interesting in the 3rd hall is this war cannon, which is suspended to Tsarist Russia during the time of Fath Ali Shah Qajar. According to the Turkmenka Treaty, 3 of these cannons were exchanged with 3 of the northern provinces of Iran. After the peace between Iran and Russia, it will be given as a gift to the King of Iran. In the 4th hall, one of the attractive showcases is the showcase where the special weapons of the castle are placed. There are 4 examples of weapons in this showcase. The 2 upper weapons belong to the Zandia period, and the 2 lower weapons belong to the Qahr period. These rifles were used for the purpose of being fixed on the top of the tower and ramparts of the castles, and for targets on the ground. Were used because these rifles are long and heavy, and weigh more than other weapons. They were used on top of towers and ramparts, and kept in turrets. And it does not have much portability. In the next showcase, we have 2 examples of weapons. that are long and also have a base. Due to the larger volume of fire they had and the more gunpowder they had, they were special anti-guns for the castle. At the bottom of the castles, they dug a series of trenches and dug the bases of the weapons into the ground, and the person who used this weapon took shelter in the trench, and the weapon was used to indicate the direction of the targets above the castle. The next showcase belongs to the Qajar period and the weapons of famous people of the Qajar period, who were mostly present in the period of Nasiruddin Shah Qajar, such as Dost Ali Khan, Salm al-Mulk, and Heshmat al-Sultanate. These weapons have both foreign and Iran models. The names of these people are engraved in gold on the weapons. Next showcase, we have a very special weapon belonging to Fath Ali Shah Qajar. This weapon is a type of head weapon. That is, gunpowder and bullets were guided into the tube from the head of the tube and operated with a flint system. As you can see, the gold stamped on the weapon belongs to Fath Ali Shah Qajar. The Mazar weapons in the showcase belonged to Muzaffardin Shah Qajar and was a gift to him from Germany and France. This weapon is more advanced than the weapons we have seen so far and has an automatic system.
Subscribe now to watch interesting videos and hear the secrets of historical places in Iran.
The display case you are seeing is related to the period of Jungle and Qachak Khan Jangali movement. That middle Mazar weapon belongs to Dr. Heshmat, the deputy of Mirza Qachak Khan Jangali. And in this showcase we have the German Mazar weapons, and Brno, and Logar. The Brno weapons that exist here are said to have been manufactured by Iran. It is said that during Reza Shah's time, due to the good relations between Iran and Germany, the stock of the Brno arms factory was purchased, and Brno weapons were produced in Iran under the license of Brno. In the next corridor, we have a Brno anti-aircraft machine gun, made in Iran in 1317. During the Pahlavi era, because the relations between Iran and Germany were good, and Brno's stock was purchased, Brno's weapons were manufactured in Iran, under Brno's license. In this section, we have two examples of water tank machine guns. The water storage machine gun system is such that there is a tank around the main tube, which was filled with water through a pin that is here, and this water tank helps the weapon to cool down over time, and the shooting should be complete and uniform, and the weapon should work longer. We are in the machine gun hall. There are all kinds of light and heavy machine guns here. An example of the machine guns that are here is the Kalashnikov machine gun, which is the prototype of this weapon, as the newest weapon in the collection. In the next hall, there is a showcase where there are a large number of hunting weapons that are made with different systems, and we can see the evolution of hunting weapons in this showcase. According to the progress of weapons, the more advanced the weapons were, the smaller the weapons were, and at the same time, their efficiency and use were maintained. There is an interesting item in this showcase. There are different types of breech block in shotgun weapons, including sliding, lever, and pump breech block.
If you love to hear the hidden secrets of historical attractions, subscribe to this channel right now.
This showcase is related to World War II weapons, the most famous weapon of which is the German MP40 and also the American Thompson. In this showcase, we have two hand machine guns, the Sterling model made in England, belonged to Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, which was taken from his personal collection, and is located here.